Okay, I am here with Michael Allen, right?
That's correct.
And you like my microphone?
I do like your microphone.
I picked it up yesterday just for this event.
Well, you know, it's got that charm to it that
Yes.
you don't see in the microphones these days.
I agree. I actually stopped because I loved his vest, which is pretty cool.
Thank you.
But he is an author, and why don't you tell me a little bit about what you wrote?
Okay. Well, I've got 2 series out right now, with 2 more coming later this year. One of them is a modern high fantasy. So think about it like the Chronicles of Shannara meets Burn Notice of Supernatural. Dragons and centaurs and fairies, but mercenaries and sniper rifles and Dodge Chargers. And of course, our dragonling here is addicted to cherry Coke, because what dragon wouldn't be?
I agree.
It's present day. It occurs in rural Georgia, in Columbus,
Okay.
a little southwest of Atlanta.
Okay.
And I've got 2 of those out. I also write space opera. One of the readers reviewed it as being a mix between The Hunger Games and Firefly.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, okay, that's cool. I like that.
I love Firefly. I love that series.
I do too, and I'm really flattered to be compared with.
Is that,
I do.
Is that? Let's show it. Show everything you got.
Well, I've got a lot.
We
here.
like to promote the hell out of people.
This is Scion of Conquered Earth. This is the first book in the Scion series, which is the Hunger Games Firefly.
Okay.
This is the hardback. I love the hardbacks; they're pretty.
Yes.
And I mean, you got up here, you got all the books.
Right there. Yes.
But so right here we have, excuse me, book 1 and 2, both in hardback. The companion book, because it's small, is only in paperback right now.
Okay.
And book 3 is coming out at DragonCon next month.
Oh,
So
nice.
we're looking forward to that.
Very cool.
We've already seen Murders, of course, but
Yes.
I think my angle was a little bad. And then the sequel, which is The Wizard's Bane, which our Cherry Coke addicted dragonling is now a main character, and enthralling people to bring him truckloads, because apparently it's like whiskey to him, and he's getting himself drunk.
On Cherry Coke.
On Cherry Coke, no kidding.
I like that.
I live in
like
Coke country, so it works.
What inspired you to start writing?
Oh, really a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
No, that's copyrighted. We're not going to say that. And if it's not copyrighted, he'll still sue.
Yeah.
But I was sitting up one night on New Year's Eve at 18,
Okay.
and I was watching Willow, which happens to be another George Lucas.
Okay.
And it was on a VHS, which most people don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah.
And so I had to rewind it to get the tracking to fix. While it was rewinding, I drew this little sketch of this fantasy.
Okay.
This fantasy trio. And then I had to rewind it again a little bit later in the movie, so I drew the same sketch except if they'd grown up a little bit.
Okay.
And then I watched my movie, and I'm looking at these 2 pictures on and off as I'm watching, and I got up and wrote 6 chapters of my brand new book. And I didn't know I was a storyteller at the time.
Damn.
So, I mean,
That's good.
I finished that book, and what really hooked me was all my high school friends, I mean, this is years and years ago, sitting around the sunken living room on this sectional sofa, arguing about what the characters should have done and who they were and whether or not they would have taken this action and how they felt about
awesome.
things. And I was hooked. That was
awesome.
it. I was hooked. Now, I took a decade off for marriage and Navy and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But eventually I came back to it, realized that I really am a storyteller, and that's 18 novels ago.
Wow.
I've got 5 out.
Yeah.
I've got 5 more coming out in the next year. Of those, 3 of them aren't even in that 18. I love to write. I love to storytell. I love to share these stories. I'm a discovery writer. There are 2 types of writers, basically. There's a spectrum. The architects and discovery, or the old word is outliners and pantsers. I just really hate the word pantsers.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
because it connotates other things from childhood.
Yeah. You can
Shiver. No, I'm just teasing. So, I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm a discovery writer.
Okay.
I know where the story ended up on the last book, and I know where it's going. I don't know how we're going to get there. So I want to read the story as much as I want you to read the story.
That's very cool.
So I got to keep writing. Otherwise, I never find out what happens in the story.
Hey, keep writing then. That's awesome. I love that, because you don't have... You're finding out as almost as when we're finding out.
Pretty much.
That's great. That's great.
And the companion book, the one I was talking to you about that isn't hardback, the reason this exists is because I was at DragonCon last year, and I was sitting having lunch and went, oh my, you know, there's a really big gap between book 2 and book 3 and what happens to this character. I better write that because I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's exactly it. For me, it's about the journey and the discovery. And then what's even better is being out here with people and having, in Pensacon in February, a young man came up, he was about 18, and he bought Scion of Conquered Earth. And he was there with his dad, and his dad was saying, yeah, well, he's a big reader. He comes back 4 hours later, 6 hours later, to buy the sequels. Or no, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. He came back to tell me how great the book was. Okay. And then his dad came back an hour later with his sisters and said, okay, I gotta have the sequels because he won't shut up about it.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
That is such a great feeling.
That's the best kind of feedback you can get.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's great, and I see it in your face.
I
get
know.
Excited off of
I love this stuff.
That's awesome.
I love the stories. I love being a writer. I love the readers. I mean,
awesome.
And I'm out here to meet them because I mean I could be Hemingway and go drink with a bunch of cats, but where's the fun?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Well, maybe the drinking part, but anyway.
Drinking part, yes. Cats, no. Where can people find you online if they can't find you at a conference?
Okay. My website is www.deliriousscribbles.com, and that's a story too, really. But they can find me in any bookstore or online, definitely online. If I'm not on the shelf in Barnes & Noble, you can go up there, you can order me. I'm fully available for all 5 of these titles and a couple other little things. I've got a bunch of short stories that are available on occasion. Right now they're not because I took them down as part of I'm redoing the covers, essentially. Okay. And I'm going to go through and edit them because I always want to give the reader the absolute best story I can give them. Okay. And those are older stories, and I'm thinking I can touch them up and improve the stories without too much work. Okay. And then we give them a better story. Good. One more story I've got I'd like to tell you about is on my website, I'm doing a Choose Your Own Adventure serial. So every month I have this story that the readers can comment in on, and based on the comments, I choose, or really the readers choose, where the story goes.
That's awesome.
So I'm about 4 months into it. It's called The Adventures of B.J. Craft, and it's on the website. It's free. I love the story, and I love the challenge every month of picking the comments and coming up with how I'm going to deal with the story. Because again, as a discovery writer, I don't know where I'm going exactly, and letting the readers tell me where I'm going, it's a lot of fun.
That's cool. That is really cool. It sounds like fun. I'm going to have to go on there and put some crazy stuff on there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I like a challenge.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you're going to be here all weekend, right?
I will be here all weekend at C7. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Cool. I would shake your hand, but I have to drop my microphone.
Well,
you know what? I can do it anyway.
Thanks, sir.
And that's it.
How's you guys out? Doing all right?
Doing good. All right, I'm here with Alan, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his book. You do like my microphone?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Cool? I love it. It's great mass.
You can hold it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about your book.
Yeah, sure thing. All right. So this is Kamikaze. It is a sci-fi thriller series. Think like Mad Max meets Batman Beyond. We've been running as a webcomic for about 2 or 3 years. We got these printed off last year through a Kickstarter campaign.
Awesome.
It was fantastically successful. It's 120 pages, full color. Introduction is by Dan Jolly, Marvel and DC writer and a good friend of ours.
Cool.
Back of it has world building info and also has a link to
What's on the back?
So the back actually has a QR code that allows you to scan and go right to the second volume online.
Okay.
We just got that kick-started, so we have that coming out in printed edition, so it's basically going to be the buddy to this. And that's going to be coming out late August. You can pre-order it online at our Gumroad store. But you can find that off of our website, which is kamikazecomic.com.
Okay.
And yeah, we're a weekly webcomic. Basically asks the question, what would happen if the world's first superhero showed up about 2 centuries after a pandemic wiped out all the plant life on Earth?
Okay. So no plants, no food, right?
Right, very little food.
Very little
food. The place that our story takes place is one of the few places that managed to save some cropland. Okay. So, and that's managed by sort of a bunch of feudal houses that used to be sort of a big agricorps. Oh. They basically managed to hold on to a little bit of it and built out a little bit of some defenses. It's sort of like the Dark Ages, but with more hovercraft, machine guns, and killer robots. Yeah.
Who doesn't love killer robots?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, hell yeah.
There's one within the first 20-odd pages, and it performs its function beautifully. Yeah.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
And do you have anything else? What do you have? You have a couple books over here.
So the other thing we've got here is Midnight Run, which is one of our wall tales. It's a one-off anthology project, which it allows us to kind of zip ahead to the superhero bits. The main storyline focuses a little bit more on the origin story, on the world building. This was written by Dan Jolly as well. The art is by Jamel Jones and Lisa Kirk, who are both Atlanta-based artists in the comic scene. And it sort of zips ahead to a little bit more of the superhero punches and explosions part, which people love the slow burn on the origin story, but we also wanted to give people the ability to kind of zip ahead, get to the action,
get to it.
Because we did start off as an animated series and we were following that same story arc. It's a little bit slower to get to that build.
Okay, all right, I get it.
We wanted to be able to give people, have their cake and eat it too. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so where can people find you online?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us online at kamikazecomic.com. Or you can find us on Facebook at Kamikaze Animated. Twitter, we're at Kamikaze Comic. And we're also on Tumblr and Instagram at Kamikaze Animated.
So you cover all your bases.
Yeah, we're all the bases.
Good. Very cool. Are you having a good time so far?
Yeah, it's fantastic. We're loving this. This is our first time doing a convention in Raleigh.
Oh,
I think this is our furthest north convention ever. So, yeah, we're Atlanta-based. So,
okay. Very cool. Very cool.
I think the last furthest one we did was it's actually Heroes Con.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, serious question.
Yeah.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
You see, this is a tough question. I grew up in a Star Trek household, and I am really, I am really tempted to go get LeVar Burton's autograph. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I am repping a Star Wars pin, so I am a man torn asunder.
I like how you put that.
So I like both things, but I think when it comes down to it, my guilty pleasure is watching Star Trek. So
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I asked that, and the podcast that I do, we ask that pretty much of everybody. Yeah. And okay, one for Star Trek.
Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you.
Oh, wow. All right. So you like both?
Yeah, I do. I love both.
Yeah.
But they fulfill different needs for me. Like, Star Trek is what I watch when I want to think about a happy future, and Star Wars is what I want to watch when I just want to drink a beer and just watch some things blow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm the same way too. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
But I did bring an action figure of Geordi, so I want to get. I do. Yeah, I want to get him signed. So I'm right there with you.
I think LeVar will be happy to sign that. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you so much for having me on.
Boom.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Woo.
Okay, so I'm here with Lee Ron, which is an awesome name, and she's going to show me how to play this game. What is this game?
This game is called Necronomicards. It is a game where you start with a spell deck and a summon deck.
Okay.
In the beginning of your turn, you draw a spell card and you look at the symbols that are on it. You look at all of your cards, and if you can put together 3 matching pairs of symbols, you get to trade them in for a summon card. The summon cards are a random assortment of various mythological beings or urban legends or monsters or demons or generally what you would think of that you would summon.
Okay.
Each of them has an action on the bottom that either helps you or sort of sets everybody else back. It depends on the card.
Okay.
The first person to play 7 of these cards wins the game. But every time you draw a spell card, you also have to be prepared because you could get cursed.
Oh.
Because that's the funny thing about magic. When you play with magic, sometimes it plays back. The game is for 2 to 4 people. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. I will tell you a secret. You can play with 5. You just have to shuffle in the discard pile a little more often so you don't run out of cards. Okay. But that's it. That's the whole game.
That's the whole game.
Yep. Trying to summon more demons than anyone else and screw all your friends over.
Oh, I like that. That is good. I can do that. I can totally do that. Yes, that's cool. And you didn't come up with this, though, right?
I did not come up with this.
This is your...
Mr. Andy Hunt came up with this game.
Andy Hunt.
Yep,
and
he did
he's in
all
the
of
bathroom.
illustrations. Yeah.
He's in the...
He's actually coming back from the
there he is.
bathroom.
Oh.
With apparently
with
a
a beer.
God.
Are
This
you?
is the creator.
You're Andy Hunt.
I am Andy Hunt.
How are you, Andy Hunt?
Fantastic.
I am
Wow.
Kenny Biddle, and I'm interviewing your friend.
Yeah.
Or yes, friend. And she was showing me how to play this game.
Excellent.
So can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
How did you come up with this game?
I am a lifelong horror nerd and an illustrator, and I wanted a really good excuse to draw lots of monsters.
That's a good excuse.
It is.
Second most important question I'm going to ask you. Where did
Good evening, Supercon.
That sucks.
It's with great regret that I have to inform you the exhibition hall will be closing in
That
15
sucks.
minutes. But don't fear.
Don't
there's
fear.
So much more fun to be had.
I'm going to edit this part out.
Andy Hudson will be signing autographs after his Q&A in ballroom B
The bartender
upstairs at 8.
Told me today they only sold half the number of tickets.
Go see Ernie and get his autograph. You've got 15 minutes until the exhibition hall closes, and then you get to go hang out upstairs with all the fun stuff.
Okay. So, the other question I was going to ask you, where'd you get the beer?
There is a bartender right when you go up the escalator, and he is a very nice man who needs your money desperately.
Okay, good. So how long has this game been out?
I kickstarted it April of last year. It's been available to the public since September.
Okay.
And the expansion will be out before the end of the year, hopefully November.
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
It was kickstarted this previous April.
Awesome. Very cool. And where can people find you online?
Necronomicards.com.
Okay.
And pretty much any social media at Necronomicards. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I like the shirt too.
Thank you.
Classic. How's it going, Brad?
It's going awesome.
Yeah?
I have someone else to set up at my own booth. I don't usually tour with this setup. Rachel had mine set up in Idaho, so now I have to learn where everything is. I look like a noob. Where she doesn't have Wonder Woman? Okay, I'm just gonna tell you this one. She doesn't have Wonder Woman in the Wonder Woman drawer. Well, that'll be another discussion for another day. It's not even in there. The phone's over there. Oh! That's how it's going. How are you doing, Kenny?
I'm doing great.
I love you.
I love you back.
I knew when they said, I described you to a T, but she wouldn't give me the accent. You don't think you have an accent either, though, do you?
Well, no, because I've had this all my life, so.
Everyone else has an accent.
Yes.
Right?
You have an accent.
Okay, that's what I was going to say is, do I have an accent to you?
A little bit.
Okay.
Very, very slight.
Well, the Midwest is said to be the most pure English in America as far as like lack of accent goes. So Cincinnati, Ohio, baby. Midwest it is. Although, what part of West is Ohio?
I have no idea.
Right? They need to rename that.
Yes.
And Ohio isn't even in the central time zone, right? It's on the East Coast. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's in the Midwest on East Coast time zone. Tell me how that makes any sense. All right, so I'm gonna find
There you
these.
go. Now I'm in the picture.
Are you still rolling?
I'm rolling now.
Okay. Do I still keep getting your stuff? Oh my gosh, I don't know where anything is.
He is so confused.
If you have to go, let me know.
Falling down, so
So confused.
it's gonna happen.
How are you guys?
He's like lost.
If you
He
need
has
help
no
finding a character,
no
let
idea
me
what
know.
he's doing. But it's always the most interesting conversations with him.
Yeah, arrests, race issues, superheroes, politics, religion, all the stuff your mom always told you to talk about at the dinner table.
Oh boy. There you go. All right, I am here with Deke and Aaron, and they are both authors, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start with Aaron first. Ladies first.
Okay, thank
So
you.
beautiful. And I love the hair. I mean, the hair is. That's
you.
what stopped me when I walked by you guys, because I was like, wow, look at that, and the purple just pops out. It's
Yeah, I
really
used
cool.
to have the whole thing purple, but now we're doing just the bangs. It's much easier to wash that way.
That's okay. So tell me about your books.
I am the author of a young adult fantasy series. So it's kind of Game of Thrones meets Arthurian legend. About a young lady who is the fulfillment of an ancient peace prophecy, but then she gets kidnapped by religious zealots who do not want this peace to happen.
Evil.
So evil.
So evil.
Dun dun dun.
The sound effects. This is awesome. We're a low budget podcast, so we can't afford them. That's awesome. So, you have the books here?
I do.
Let's see them.
Let's
see.
This is book 1, The Prophecy.
Very cool.
Book 2, The Outlanders.
Ooh.
And book 3, The Fulfillment.
Very cool.
And I have this tattooed on my ankle.
Can we see that?
Can I get up there?
There we go. Very cool. So you know she's passionate about it.
I am.
If you get a tattoo of something, it's passionate.
Deke and I did it for our anniversary.
Oh. So
as most people do, get stabbed with needles for their
Deke
anniversary.
have one too?
He does.
He does?
Yeah.
Of what?
Of
what
his
is
This is of my book.
Oh.
122.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. So let's switch over to Deke.
Okay.
Let's switch hands here because it's very. I usually have a camera person with me, who does all this work for me, but
budget cuts.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we had to fire the people that work for free. So and I'm out of town. I'm from Philadelphia, so
wow.
I came down
Okay.
here on business, and this was going on, so I decided to come
happy
here.
coincidence.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know what? I always say I'm not going to do interviews. I'm just going to come around and just see what's here. But I can't help it. I love talking to people.
Well, we love talking.
Yeah,
so
we do.
yay, winning.
There you go. All right, Deke, tell me about your stuff.
Okay, so I have 2 books out right now. The first one is 122 Rules. It's a federal assassin. He gains a conscience mid-assignment, and as you can imagine, an assassin with a conscience would be a very big problem.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, so he has to decide whether he's going to save the person or he's going to continue on with his job.
Okay.
And the second book I have is Birth of an American Gigolo, which is actually not a autobiography, but
We
about...
do get that question
We do get
a
that
lot.
question a lot. But it is about...
Tells you something about them, huh?
Right?
Oh my. Get your books.
Okay.
Put them up there so we can promote them. There
All right.
you go.
So this one's 122,
Awesome.
and then this one is Birth, and this one is about a wife who catches her husband cheating, and she gets the best revenge on him like ever. And they actually are crossovers. There's a character in this one that is in this one.
Oh,
and
nice.
there's actually a scene where the 2 are shared. So
Okay. Very
yes,
cool.
Because he loves Stephen King, so he likes the crossover that Stephen King likes.
You know
I
what?
don't ever like to say goodbye to a character. Ever.
I think that's a great idea. I love when authors do that.
Right?
They have a character that, because if you read one book and then you switch to a different kind of style, it's nice to see something familiar.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's really cool. Really
Yes.
cool. Okay, so where can people find you online if they want to buy your books?
You can find me on all social media under Erin Rue Books. Everything is under that. Facebook, Twitter, website.
Yeah, if you Google Rue, you'll get RHEW, you will find both of us. We are all over Google.
We take like the first 5 pages. So.
It's great.
That's awesome. So your Google foo is better than most people then?
Yes.
Yes.
Very,
It's
very
Google Rue.
Google Rue.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
That was amazing. Boom.
This is great. I love this interview. Very cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
All right,
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thanks, Ken. Bye.
Bye.
So we are here at RaleighSupercon. This is the first time it's in Raleigh, the SuperCon convention, and it looks like it's a success because there's lots of people here. Lots of people. It's crazy. Ooh, excuse me. But I'm going through lots of people. Boom, boom, boom. Artists, cosplayers, vendors, actors, lots of people, lots of costumes. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, look at this. This is lots of costumes. Big Hero 6 back there. Very cool. Dun, dun, dun. Let's walk down an aisle. There we go. Lots of people, lots of artists, lots of cool stuff to look at. Say Ferris. Lots of artists down here. Lots of cool guys like Joker. Pretty cool. Okay, I am here at RaleighSupercon, and I'm talking to Katie. Yes.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
She's a little bit nervous. Don't be nervous. It's just a phone.
It's my first SuperCon, so it's exciting.
It's the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. They're really funny. I mean, I stopped by and talked to them last night, and the dirty jokes are plenty. So
Yes.
awesome people. Very fun. So tell me, what do you do here?
So I do paintings and illustrations and all kinds of stuff and commissions, and I just have fun. I just kind of like, I'll get a vision in my head sometimes of what I want to do, and I try my best to put it on paper.
Okay, yeah.
It can be a little tricky. Sometimes I have happy incidents where it's a totally different thing than I imagined, and then other times it's exactly what I envisioned. Like the ship painting. This ship painting right here was literally exactly what I saw in my head, and that was like the first one I was able to like replicate like perfectly, which was kind of
cool.
Really cool. So.
And I love that one. That's the one I bought. So I bought a print of that because it's that awesome. So when you said sometimes it doesn't come out like anywhere near what you think.
Right.
Do you keep going with it?
I do actually. I kind of like, depending on if I want things to have more of a drip effect, or if the color is a little bit different, or I like the way this color is going to go with this thing, I'll just kind of take it to a whole other level. And sometimes like, I'm trying to think if I have something here that was kind of like that. So this one actually, I had started, I was just trying to paint some clouds, and I really liked how like kind of surreal and stuff the blue came out, so I was like, oh, I had a little ship in there, and then like,
there you go.
This one was originally going to be a colorful piece, but then I just really liked like her expression. I thought it was just a little bit more somber and a little bit more melancholy, but almost like sultry, and I just really liked the classic black and white with that one.
Yeah,
so I really
it turned out good.
Well,
I do like that, yeah. I'm glad you do. It's amazing. I used to do art. I used to draw a lot. And I did some painting, but I think it's amazing when it doesn't work out the way you think, and then you're like, you know what, I'm not going to give up.
Right.
And it does turn out to be something really cool.
Right, yeah, and I think it's so cool, because it's like, I couldn't have thought of that, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't know where it's going to go sometimes, and I really like the journey of it, and I think that's what's so fun and exciting.
That's cool.
You just don't know.
That's a true artist, I think. You don't know where you're going, and you're just going to follow it until, you know, you're happy.
Right, yeah, no pressure. I feel like it's better when you have a pressure-free zone, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, and I think that's also kind of the other thing where I feel like I'll have a bunch of different types of art, where I don't really have just like a uniform piece. I've noticed. I just kind of like just let it go with the flow, and I really like how it goes out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. How long have you been doing this?
So I've actually only been doing this for about a year professionally, but since I was a little girl, I've just loved painting and drawing, and anytime I can get my hands dirty with like paint or something, I would love to do that. Yeah.
She's a dirty girl.
The jokes.
The jokes. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, where can people find you online if they want to look at your work?
So yes, if you want to find my work, I'm available on www.katiehartist.com. Actually, sorry, no, that's my Facebook. Katie H.
Everybody go to her Facebook.
No, it's just KatieH.com. Otherwise, yes. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's going to be backwards.
Oh, there you go.
It's backwards.
It'll be fine.
But yeah, if you just type in Katie Hendrickson or Katie H. Artist, I'll pop up. My Facebook, my Instagram, my website, all of that great stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, good. It was great talking to you.
Oh, so great
and I love the art, and I hope to see more from you.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
Cool.
Shot to the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
Brad, everybody. All right. I'm still here at RaleighSupercon, and I'm here with
Doc Rodden from Horror News Radio and Gruesome Magazine.
Okay. So tell us about, you said Gruesome Magazine.
Gruesome Magazine.
Tell me about that.
All right. Well, we started a magazine about independent films and the film festivals. So we're not going after, you know, the stuff you're going to find in the cinema. We're trying to uncover what we call on the magazine the future of horror.
Ooh.
So we're looking for the next big thing, the next interesting thing, the movement, what's going on, and to support those that are making interesting and usually groundbreaking and pushing the boundaries of what horror is. And for example, like one of the things on here is The Night of Something Strange is one of our favorites, and it's about a killer STD.
STD.
Yeah. So think of like Evil Dead mixed with you get it.
Porn.
A lot of bodily fluids. It's really gross.
That's horror porn. That's awesome. I love it.
So we started a magazine. We started to break break tradition. It's digital, yes, but we also live, the hold it, the feel it, and the market is, there's room for it, but you've got to have the right thing, and we think that going after the the independent film is the way to do it.
I like the old school stuff. I have a Kindle, and I get a bunch of books and magazines, but you know what? I don't read them because I'd rather have the actual magazine in my hand.
Yes, definitely.
And you also said you do a podcast, right?
Yes, we do Horror News Radio. We've been doing Horror News Radio for 4 years.
Okay.
We also do Decades of Horror. We have 4 of those. We have, I don't do all of them. But we have the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then we have the classic era, which is for up through the 60s.
Okay.
We also do some fan podcasts for TV shows, such as American Horror Story. We did the Hannibal Show, and we did American Gods.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. So I guess you like horror.
We like horror.
Yeah, a little bit.
We like horror, yeah. And I love the 70s stuff. You see my shirt, it's scoring.
Very nice.
Yeah, so Jaws' favorite.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Yeah, Jaws. Jaws, absolutely, 100%. No doubt.
That's awesome.
Jaws.
Jaws. Okay. So Freddy or Jason?
It's always been Freddy.
Always been Freddy?
Yeah, it's always been Freddy. Jason slides in every once in a while. Depends if Jason, Friday 13th Part 6, my favorite one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's zombie Jason.
Oh, okay.
He comes up from the dead. It's maggots coming out of his eyeball.
Isn't he like always a zombie though? He's coming back.
He did. Well, maybe.
I mean, even from the first one.
Yeah.
When he comes out of the lake.
Yep.
Isn't he already dead?
I don't know. He gets resurrected by lightning though.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I think he's like the ultimate zombie.
Definitely.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Where you got anything else going on?
Well,
we got the magazine.
We got the magazines, the podcast, and that's where you find us. You go to gruesomemagazine.com or horrornewsradio.com.
All right.
And find out all about us.
Sweet. Thank you very much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Okay, I'm here with Joe and Cody. And why don't you tell me what are you doing here at the conference?
We are selling my movies.
Okay.
Written and directed all these movies. We got 3 of them out here today.
What do we got?
We have Midnight Macabre.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Tales from the Crypt. 3 short stories with a wraparound.
Okay. That looks good.
Has Cody in it.
Cody's in it. The shy in the background. There's
the more adult late night horror.
Oh.
With Cody.
With Cody.
And a sci-fi comedy, Sensei Tumbleweed.
And what's that about?
His brother goes missing. They're hanging out. His brother's missing, gets abducted by this alien force from outer space called the Vlexus.
The Flexus?
Vlexus.
Vlexus. Okay.
So then he has to figure out how to save the day. Doesn't know why. He's a complete bum. He's lost and has to find his way. Okay. During his journey, he meets other people that are also trying to help him. Kind of like a Bill and Ted, where from the future the world was set good because he did something. So there's people that have to come back and make sure that everything flows.
He did. Okay. And what's the story of Rain River Falls? Come on, we have a lot of adults that watch this.
Basically, the character Elizabeth goes vanishing and missing. Nothing too graphic.
Nothing too graphic there.
She goes missing one night. She has visions of this lady who keeps appearing to her. So one night she follows the lady into the dreamland and never comes back. Everyone who stays at the hotel, the bed and breakfast, starts having the same visions and everything of what happened. They're also visited, females only happen to be visited by the spirit.
I really like this movie.
That's the concept.
Okay.
What truly happened to Elizabeth.
And Midnight Macabre is?
Again, 3 short stories. You got Midnight Macabre, 3 a.m., which is from Midnight Macabre. It's about Ghost Hunters. It's like a reality TV show, Ghost Hunter.
Oh,
and then something really happens.
Okay.
A Soul Was Sold, which is the one she's actually in.
Okay.
Her brothers went vanishing or whatever. The police don't seem to be able to find anything, and they need to figure out what happened. Turns out it's more supernatural than just a missing person's case.
Interesting.
And Midnight Macabre itself is 5 people went missing playing a game called Midnight Macabre.
Okay.
A year later, people go back to the house, they tell the story, things happen again.
Interesting. I'm really interested in the Ghost Hunter-like one because I do a lot of skeptical and science writing on paranormal claims. So I'm usually the downer. I'm the guy that comes in and explains everything.
Okay.
So that kind of stuff interests me. So I'm definitely going to pick that up.
All right.
And Cody.
Yes.
How is it acting? How did you get roped into this?
Roped into it? I should say I roped him into it.
Oh, really?
No. Shooting more stuff like Rain River Falls and stuff like that. So.
You do a lot of acting, or?
Acting and modeling, yes.
Modeling. Okay. How long have you been doing that?
God, 12 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
So
all right.
I've been around.
So where can we find you guys online?
mftde.com, which Messenger for the Damned Entertainment, so mftde.com.
Awesome.
Facebook.com/mftde.
Okay.
Twitter.com/mftde.
Sweet. Thank you guys for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Have a good time.
You too. Okay, I am here with Chris. He's an author, and he's going to tell us about his book.
All right. Thanks for watching. And like I said, this is a Zeus origin story, and it follows the Hesiod's theogony. For those heavily into Greek mythology geekdom, Hesiod's theogony is the creation myth for Greek mythology. And so what I've done is I've reimagined the Greek gods as teenagers with all of their angst and woes and romantic clingings and all that. And so I've kind of placed them into that perspective and told the story that way.
Okay, so they're growing up, they're teenagers, and I guess, are we going to see other gods besides Zeus?
Absolutely. I mean, the book is chock-a-block full of gods. So all the elderly titans, thinking like Hyperion or Epirion, and Cronus and Thea and Themis and Tethys and Oceanus and all the elder titans are like headmasters at schools. Nice. And then so their children, like Atlas and Epimetheus and Prometheus, and they're all titans at a titan school, whereas the Olympians are all students at an Olympian school, which is Mount Olympus Preparatory Academy.
So what's the I guess, how would you equate it? What would be high school and what would be college?
Well, there is no college. Just post-grad for them would be going out and either becoming there's one profession which is dragon hunting. Okay. And then there's another profession where you could be a goat herder, Amalthea, who is in myth the person who raised Zeus. Okay. In the story, she runs a goat empire. Okay. Where she supplies all the lower academies with goats for their agriculture classes.
That's cool. I like that. I like that. How long did it take you to write this?
It took me about a year, front to back, and then of course there was editing and revising, but about a year from start to finish. Okay. And is this first in a series, or is this standalone? This is first in a series. Okay. I'm just about to write the words "the end" on the second book. Oh. And then go through the revision process on that. Awesome. Awesome. Yep. Where can people find you online? csledbetter.com. Okay. And C as in cat, S as in Sally, because those letters, people can hear one thing and so C as in cat, S as in Sally, csledbetter.com. Okay. Yep. And it'll be up on the screen when when I edit the whole video. Okay. It'll be up there so people can see it. Okay. Cool. It was great talking to you. I mean, you know your stuff. Well, I've always loved Greek mythology, and I did a ton of research just so that somebody who knows Greek mythology can look at this and say, okay, he did it right. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's important.
Right,
That's
exactly.
important.
I mean, if you're going to be in the geekdom, you got to kind of be in it.
Exactly.
You can't skirt around it.
No. You know what? Because the fans will
they'll
rip
call
you
you
a
out.
new one.
They will call you out on it. That's right.
Absolutely. So great. Again, it was great talking to you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then good luck.
All right. Thank you.
We'll rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, rock me.
Woo, we harmonized.
That was good. Woo. That was good. There goes Brad. There he goes. He never stops. Never stops. Never stops. There he goes. There he goes. Plays a little bit. Goes to the other side. Back and forth. That's what he does. He sells. Sell, sell, sell. Look at himself. Look at himself. Look at himself. Check out the moves. There he goes. He's showing everybody his moves. That's right. Oh, look at that. Up. Oh, check that out. Impromptu.
It's like this Kobayashi. Oh, but you're busy.
There he goes. Hi.
Do we have Batman on?
Back and forth. There he goes again. Wait. There he goes.
Oh no,
Up.
Batman Beyond is like so new.
So new. Goes back over here. There he goes. He never stops. Never stops. Never stops. Never stops. Rachel, on the other hand, she's much slower than Brad.
Slower?
A little bit. Not intelligence,
Okay.
but more
Because I have that on lock.
mellow.
Yes, it's very true.
Very, very mellow compared to Hyper Brad.
Yeah.
Is the Batman Beyond in
There
here?
he goes. He just popped up. Popped up.